welcome to Cooking with Pinehurst, and my name is Linda Dubs, and this is my lovely daughter, Ashley. And today we're going to do something that seems to be a hit with everybody when we make them, so we just decided that we would go ahead and show you how to make an Italian meatball. Now, these Italian meatballs are very versatile because you can make these where they're small meatballs for like cocktail parties, or you can make them a 3-ounce meatball, which is what we do when we do our spaghetti and meatballs and sausage. In this bowl, we have 90-20 ground beef. That's not what we normally use.
It's actually organic, grass-fed, 90-20, 90-10.
That's right, 90-10.
90-10. They're not what I was talking about.
But anyway, we're doing it with organic this time, and it's really hard to find organic that is 80-20. So we're doing 90-10, and we added a tablespoon of olive oil and just to give it a little bit more flavor because
it might fall apart.
Yeah, hamburgers.
Keep it together.
Right, hamburgers and meatballs need that extra little bit of fat in there that you get with the 80-20. So this is 3 pounds. Now you might say, I don't need 3 pounds of ground beef. But what we do is we make up 3 pounds of ground beef. We make up the meatballs. We cook them all at once, and then we bag them up. So if you don't need as many meatballs as that comes out of 3 pounds, you can always put them in a bag, put them in your freezer, and then when you get home late from work, or you have something where it's just a spur of the moment thing, and you say, what do we want for dinner? Make yourself up some sauce. You already got the meatballs made, and you've got a dinner really quick. So once again, this is 3 pounds of ground beef here. So what we're going to do is you take all the dry ingredients and you mix it in with the ground beef so that you don't have like big blobs of the breadcrumbs and the onion and everything all in one spot. You flip it around. You don't want to work it too much because if you work it too much, then it condenses it. So you're tossing it like a salad. You're not really tossing it where you're mushing it together. You don't want to squish it all together. So this is, I'm just going to read off this piece of paper here. This has got 1.5 cups of seasoned breadcrumbs, and we use the Progresso Italian seasoned breadcrumbs.
Now, do you want to combine all of this together first and then put it in here, or just go ahead?
No, we're going to put in everything except the wet stuff. Okay. So you're just going to, in other words, yeah, you put this in, and then you flip it around, and then we put the rest of the stuff in. Okay. And while we're doing that, I'll get the eggs too. I'll read the how much is in this in a second while she flips. What I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you the dry ingredients that are going in, and then Ashley will go ahead and start flipping them around. You have 1.5 teaspoons of garlic. Now this is a dry garlic that's chopped and it's roasted. Really has a good flavor. If you're the kind of person that wants to use fresh garlic, I would say it'd be about 3 cloves.
Yeah,
about 3 cloves. This is 1.5 cups of the Progresso breadcrumbs. This is 6 tablespoons of Parmesan cheese, and we do a Parmigiano Reggiano, so it's got a little bit more oomph in it. 6 tablespoons of dry parsley. If you want fresh parsley, put in 3. 4 teaspoons of Italian seasoning. This was 1/2 cup of dried onion and 1/2 cup of water. And what you do is it's hot water. You put the hot water in with the dry onion, and it reconstitutes it. If you don't want to do that, you could probably just use one average size
small onion or half of a large one.
And you need to finely dice it. Yeah. This is 3/4 of a cup of milk. 3 eggs that are beaten. And
Celery, salt, pepper.
yeah. It's 1/4 cup of celery. 1/4 cup of celery diced small. And then the salt and the pepper. That's all you need. I mean, they have a great taste. I think adding the cheese really helps a lot. I think adding the Progresso breadcrumbs helps a lot. We've done it with the panko breadcrumbs, and then you have to add a lot more stuff into it. So the Progresso is better. So we're hoping this all fits into this glass bowl that Ashley's dealing with here.
Actually, I'll toss it. You want to?
Yeah.
Put it in.
Now that was the parsley. This is the garlic.
I don't know, man. This is
Don't
going
push
to
it
wind
too
up
much.
being on the
Lightly.
table. Breadcrumbs.
Breadcrumbs. The breadcrumbs is what's going to take the most to mix in, that and the cheese. Ooh, got a jumper. When you do put it in, you want to evenly distribute it around so that everything's not all clumped up in one side.
And that was the Italian seasoning?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you don't have Italian seasoning, you could just do a mixture of the basil, the oregano, maybe some thyme, a little bit of marjoram. Now you're gonna have to, I don't want to touch this without the gloves on. We just watched something on YouTube the other day where it was at an Asian restaurant. Did you see? You watched that, didn't you?
No idea what you're talking about.
Okay, well I watched it then. Asian restaurant, and they were making up these soups with noodles and everything. They didn't use gloves. They didn't use anything. They were just taking their hands and throwing this stuff in there, and I thought, boy, the health department would have a heyday with these guys.
I don't think health department's big on YouTube videos and whatever.
No, but I'm just saying, I think it was over in Asia.
Okay.
Because you could hear the people out in the restaurant actually talking when they brought the bowls out.
Mm-hmm.
And,
Are we ready to add this? Because this is getting thick.
yeah, we gotta put the pepper in. Put salt in. All right, now we're gonna add in the beaten eggs, and there's 3 of them. And the milk. Once we get this all mixed up, we have a tray that's already lined with parchment paper. We have the oven. Well, this oven's a convection oven. We had it set at 300. You could probably do it at 325 in a regular oven. And we're going to measure it out approximately 3 ounces of the meat into the little meatballs. 3 ounces would be the standard size for a dinner meatball. Now, what size is a cocktail meatball? They're a half an ounce. The only thing is when you make it, you have to make it a little bit more than a half ounce because you have to allot for shrinkage when you cook it. That looks good. So Ashley's
We're gonna measure these out on our digital scale, and then we'll show you what it looks like balled up. Yeah, we'll be right back. Welcome back. Just finished portioning out these meatballs into 3 ounces. What do you get? Roughly 8 per pound.
Yeah, around 8 or so per pound. Now that's if you do the 3 ounce ones. Not everybody likes very big meatballs. I mean, 3 ounce meatballs are pretty good size. So if you want to get more meatballs out of it, just make them a little smaller. Make them 2.5 ounces. I know not everybody has a scale. We do everything by scale, but if you don't have a scale, make one that you like the size of and use that as the template for all the rest of them. If you look down and one of them looks like a bowling ball and the other one doesn't, you know that
something's not right.
Yeah, that you need to pull a little off of it. But anyway, we're going to put this in the oven for about 25 minutes. We do it in the oven because we like to get all the grease off of it. When you fry it in the frying pan, you not only have the grease that's in the frying pan, but then you have the grease that comes off the thing, and it's just not as healthy.
It just kind of soaks in it.
Yeah, so what we do, now I have an Italian girlfriend that when she makes meatballs, they look like softballs, and she just takes it raw like this and throws it right into the sauce.
No thank you. I prefer mine cooked.
But they let the sauce cook forever, and they call it gravy. They call it the gravy. So we're going to put this into the microwave, the convection oven.
And what do you have it set on?
This is set on 300 right now. If they were doing it at home and they had it in a regular oven, it would be 325.
Okay.
We're going to set this for
25 minutes.
25 minutes, and they'll come
Timer
out.
goes off.
Yeah, they'll come out perfect. You let them cool, and And then after you let them cool, you just put them into the bags or put them into the sauce if you're ready to use them.
Make sure that you cool them before you put them into the container or the bags or whatever, because the heat will cause condensation, which will make them go funky faster.
Yes. So, and the condensation will also cause ice crystals when you put it into the freezer.
Nobody likes freezer burn.
No.
So. Anywho, we will see you shortly.
Well, they're finished. It took 25 minutes. As you can see, there's not a lot of grease. We didn't pour any grease or anything like that off of it.
Apparently that's what you get from 90%, 90-10 organic grass-fed beef.
So they 300 degrees in a convection oven, 325 in a regular oven, and like I said, it was only 25 minutes and you got it done. The reason that we put it on the parchment paper is when they cool off, all we're going to do is just lift them off, put them into bags.
Keeps it from sticking to the pan.
Yeah, they don't stick in the pan, so chunks of it doesn't come off. And it's easy to clean the pan afterwards too, because if there was a lot of the grease would have stayed on the top of the parchment paper, and the pan wouldn't be quite as bad.
Yeah, I'm a little shocked.
Yeah, because we just did some today, and lots of them today, and we used just the regular beef, and
that was 80-20.
80-20, and there was a pretty good amount of grease on that one.
There was also like 85.
There was a lot of meatballs.
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty good.
So, anyway, if you want the recipe for this, give us a call. Our phone number is 770-474-7997, or email us at pinehurstevent@aol.com, and we'll be glad to send you a copy of the recipe. Don't forget, if you live in Georgia, it doesn't have to be Henry County. If you live in Georgia, period, we go anywhere, and we
pretty much cook anything.
Yeah, we cook anything. People don't think we do, but we really do.
If you want to check out our website that shows you what we're all about, what we offer, our place, business, check that out at affairsbypinehurst.com.
Yeah, we have an events facility too, so we cater here and we cater other places too. So we'll see you next time. Thanks for tuning in.
Thanks.